our friends. Okay, great. So let's start out in the center of the mat. We're beginning our intermediate training with a little bit of review of floating Buddha. Floating Buddha was our number 3 yoga translation from yesterday. So this looks like bringing our arms up towards the sky, wrapping around the swing, giving the swing a nice big hug, making sure you can push it down nice and low. We go a little bit faster now. We're gonna lean back. Woo! Let that feel fun as we trust the swing and go right into our diamond arms. It's a forearm push, right? Pressing in. And then we slide our feet to the front of the mat, trace the shape of the mat till your toes reach 10 and 2, and we're in our sumo squat. First thing we do is drop our hips, really drop. The feet are about 45 instead of 90, so pull your toes in towards me a little bit more. There you go. Great. Now let's just gently rock from side to side, making circles, loops, whatever feels good. Even in our sumo squat, we can add a side-to-side circle and twist. So you can do that variation in every single pose. Is that starting to make sense now why I wrote the outline out the way I did? Yeah, so even in a sumo. So what would a circle look like? How can you circle your hips? You can press back and around into a lunge, really good. Or we could just stay static and start to do a little spin. We didn't do as much of this yesterday because I wanted to really give you a more simplified version, believe it or not, of all the poses. But we can hang out in sumo for a good 5-10 minutes and explore all this, keeping the knees open. That looks good, everyone. And really drop the hips, let the swing hold you. But your upper body stays lifted. You guys got it. Hooking your wings. Okay, now we're gonna hug. So first let's press back because maybe the swing did right up. Everybody looks good. So I keep an eye on my peeps. And if somebody is like this, that is my cue to press everyone back into a supported back bend and remind them how to get the swing down. And they probably won't even do it the first time. They'll probably have to say, hey, why don't you go ahead and push that swing down a little bit further and see how it feels if they push back, but they're still here. Do you see what I mean? It's going to happen. So just look for that. That's one of our cues, right? It's one of our visual cues we'll pay attention in our workshop today. Then we can go into our Chillaxin arms and do a little sway from side to side. What do I call this when we sway from side to side here? Weeping willow. There you go. We can sing the musical version. Weeping willow. Yeah. There you go. We're classical. Great. All right. Come on back to center. Inhale the arms wide. Exhale, come forward and immediately grab for the leg loop. Right? So we have to have a really strong pull in the upper body. We'll go over this next week, how to engage our lats. It's very important. At first, just do your best to hold on to the right leg loop with both hands. Do a little core activation here, just a little one. Lift the knee, lift, pull down at the same time. Get that leg loop on at the ankle. The ankle to begin. Floating Buddha is leg loops at the ankle, straight leg. Second side, both hands grab for the left leg loop. Go ahead and float. Engage the core. Really pull down as you pull the knee up and then get the foot in there. Let me give you guys a little hint. Let's do it one more time. Everybody come back out. Let your knee, once it touches the leg loop, lean out to the side like you're in a pigeon. Then get the foot in there. There's a little bit more room. There you go. Everyone's trying to get it with the knee straight up, and then there's not enough room. Knee out to the side. There's a little bit more room for the foot. Does that make sense? Everybody feel that? Yeah, at first I just let you guys do it and see what happens, right? So we're floating. Everybody's leg loops look good. If anybody needs to bring them down, we can bring them down, but otherwise we're going to stay here. Let's start with our leg stretches before we go into core, just to get our warm-up lap going. So we're going more into 5B. So this is our wide straddle T. And from our wide straddle T, we'll do a little review. We went into our pigeon pose, right? Pigeon on the right, go ahead and open up. Pigeon on the left. Beautiful, open up, nice big inhale, one more time, pigeon on the right. So this is our beginner class, okay? Inhale, open, exhale, drop the hips. Pigeon on the left. Okay, open up again, it's a nice big inhale. Now let's say we're teaching a beginner class and we're ready, so give it a hop if you need a hop to drop your hips. Okay, really strong engagement with the arms. Now, if we wanted to go right into an intermediate version, we would reach for the toes. Wide straddle, the toe grab. Okay, yes. If the toes feel really, really far, like if you have to really round in to get there, grab for one or both leg loops and pull and lift the chest. So we always stay open. Good adjustment, Carol. Do you like Carol Ann better than Carol Ann? Yes. Yeah, I don't mind at all. I like to be called Jen Healy, just so you know. Most people call me Jen, and I'm like, okay, I'll go with Jen.
Depends on how long the relationship is.
That's true too. If I just start calling you C and you're like, not yet. Okay. So from here, we're going to bend the right leg in. So instead of a pigeon, I call it bow and arrow. Right? It's kind of like shooting an arrow. Inhale, open. Keep holding on the whole time if you can. Exhale, left knee bends, bow and arrow. Beautiful. When we're open, bend both knees in, bada konasana, but hold the outer edges of the feet. See if you can bring the toes to the crown of the head. That might seem really far, so just lift the chest. Yeah, that's too far, right? Otherwise, you can bring your toes over your head like a little baby. And if that's too much, you can always encourage somebody to come into a happy baby, right? Instead of the wide straddle. So there's lots of options. Okay, let's go ahead and release, shake it out, come to a superstar. Shake, shake, shake. You can even hold on to the swing, press the hips up, lean back, give it a little wiggle. Whenever you need to take a break, come on out. We're gonna have lots and lots of arms today, right? So this really big engagement. Okay, so let's try that one more time. Inhale, open the arms, grab for the toes. Nice. Now we're gonna exhale and squeeze. Open up. This is called the thigh master, right? Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Really good. Go ahead and take a little break there. Hanging out in the wide straddle. Come into the bow and arrow. Bend the right knee. Open it up. Bend the left knee. Open it up. Now both knees bend. Bada konasana. Okay, hold on to the feet. Drop the head. Bowing around the back. It's kind of like a frog pose, right? Okay. Open up one more time. We have one more to go. I call it revolver. We're going to keep holding on to the right and release the left hand overhead. Now, you can hold on to the outer edge of the feet if you feel like really flexy, and you can pull your left hand to your right foot. So both hands can grab the right foot then, and you can roll your chest towards the sky. If that's too much, stay in a rainbow, where you're reaching your left hand over your head behind you and leaning back. Let's try the other side. Come on back to center, grab for the left toes. Right arm goes overhead, and then grab the outer edge of the foot. Maybe both hands can grab for the left foot, rolling your chest towards the sky. Okay, that's a big stretch. So only go as far as it feels good. Come on back to center. Let's try that one more time. Inhale, open the arms. Wide straddle, grab the toes. Exhale, come into the right knee bend. Okay, keep the right knee bent. So keep it bent this time, and let's try it. Release the right hand up and overhead. So we can do that revolver with straight legs, or if you have a bend knee, it's a little bit more challenging. You can grab the foot with both hands on the left side if it's available. Okay, not if it's a strain, only if it's available. Open up, unfurl. One more time, come to center. You can see why these are more intermediate, right? Because of the arms. So we pull the left foot in, bow and arrow. Release the left foot, but keep it bent. Keep your heel moving towards your tailbone strongly. Left arm comes overhead. Then you can grab for the foot, one hand or both hands. Really roll the chest towards the sky. Okay, great. Come on back to center. Those were the easy ones. So I want you to just slide into Chillaxin to watch the next demo, or come all the way up into Skydiver if you really feel like you need a break. You're going to watch for about 2 minutes. Okay? I'm going to turn around so you can see me when I'm upside down. Which, you know, my exits are a little bit faster, so don't do that yet. I'll show you how to come in and out of the swing. So, you know, we're all going to face the same direction for now, but there's a lot of in and out of the swing today, so you guys can, so we can see each other when you're upside down. Okay, so now we're going to do that whole sequence upside down. Just watch for the first round. I'm going to inhale, tee the arms, exhale, namaste. Let the swing slide into the waist. So we're going to get that vinyasa flow. We're going to get that dialed because we're going to do it 100 times today. We're going to bring the legs wide and around. We're going to learn how to change planes so the feet coming to the front plane. Then we're going to do all those same exercises upside down. The wide straddle T, the bow and arrow. Okay, one on each side. Going back to wide straddle, bend both knees, hold on to the feet. Now this time we're gonna arch. So obviously we're not gonna try to bring the toes over our head for that one. And then we're gonna hold on to the outer edge of the feet and squeeze. Squeeze, that's our little thigh master move. It's very challenging. We're gonna hold on again. Let's do bow and arrow. Keep the right leg pressing. You can let your right arm come overhead. This might be enough for revolver for you. If you can grab for the foot with one hand or both hands, you could open up for revolver, but you don't get any gold stars. It's just for extra flexing. So we're gonna come back, wide straddle, bow and arrow, press the left shin into the swing. That gives you leverage to open your chest, and then arm comes overhead. Now for some people, even the arm overhead is too much, so I'll tee the arms, which you'll see a picture in the manual like this, because we don't have to go too far. We're basically getting this big stretch. Once we're here, we can hold on one hand or both hands, opening it up for revolver if we want to do the full pose. But really, most people are just going to stay here. It's the next step. Right? When we're ready, we're going to bring the legs wide, let the hips drop, head comes up simultaneously. Come on back to our floating Buddha. Let's just try it here. So you guys are going to face away. So you're just going to have to follow the cues, the verbal cues. And then when that doesn't work out so well, we'll turn you around. At least try it. See if the brain can remember. And come back into our floating Buddha. Press the leg loops down to the ankles. We're going to inhale, tee the arms. Exhale, come into namaste. Inhale, reach up and grab for the swing. Let it slide towards the waist. Straight legs, long lines of energy. So it's a ladle, right? We don't want to slowly break it. Okay, then legs go wide and around. Keep holding on to the swing. Legs go wide and around, and then let the feet come into the front plane, toes touch. Front plane is in front of you. Yeah, there you go. Let your toes touch. So we want to be able to look up and see your toes. Can you reach up and grab for your feet? Let's start with bada. Hold the outer edges of the feet. Yep, reach up, grab them. Reach up. All the way. There you go. Yeah, you can reach, they seem far. If the swing is not in the sweet spot, you'll feel it. This is the space where you'll really feel like, oh, the swing should be a little bit lower. So if that's the case, we'll come back and adjust. I'll show you how to adjust. But from here, if you're comfortable, let's hold on to the toes. Bring the legs wide, wide straddle. Now hold on to the back of the knees if that seems way too far. Okay? Awesome, wide straddle. Beautiful. So jackknife. Let's go ahead and bend the left foot in. We're all going in the same direction, so left foot in, right leg straight. Straighten both legs. Right foot in. Yeah, beautiful. Now we're going to straighten both legs and then bend both knees again. Bend knees. Adkanasana, hold on to the outer edges of the feet. Beautiful. And try and straighten the legs straight out in front of you and squeeze. It's going to be strong. So I'm going to call it thigh master. Squeeze. Straight leg squeeze. There you go. Squeeze. Okay. Come on back up. So hold on to the swing, bring the legs wide, and then come to sit. Woo! You guys all did it. All right, so let me show you how to adjust the swing. Take a breath. We're going to take lots of breaks since being upside down is really intense. How is upside down for everybody? Everybody intense? Yeah, so you can see why we could do all those leg stretches right side up from our number 3 yoga translations called Floating Buddha, and that would be the easier version. When people are ready, I do all of my stretches upside down now. I immediately get in the swing, you go upside down and do everything. It actually is way more effective and feels better for me. But yeah, it is an option. It's intense under the arms when we're upright. It's intense at the waist when we're upside down, correct? Okay, let's work on adjusting the swing and do that one more time because we're gonna go back into revolver. So let's inhale, tee the arms, exhale, namaste. Inhale, reach up, grab for the swing. This time, really wiggle until it's across the hip bones. It was pretty high on almost everybody. I think you were pretty good, Carol, but everybody else was a little bit high. Yes, that's better. Now bring the legs wide and around. Let the toes touch in the front plane. All the way around, all the way around. Yeah, front plane is where your belly is, right? Yeah. Okay. So from here, we're gonna reach up, grab for the toes. Let's go right into our wide straddle. Okay, wide straddle. From here, let's bend the left knee in. Let's release the left toes, press your shin into the swing, and then let your left hand swim overhead. So it's out on a diagonal, overhead. Yeah, palm down. That's it. Beautiful.
I'm not doing it right.
It's okay. Yeah, overhead. Hold on to the toes with the right hand. left knee bends. You just wait, we'll do it again. Yeah. If it doesn't happen the first time, we'll just turn you around.
I'm totally not doing it.
It's okay, wait for the next one. Okay, so from here, let's go ahead and reach up and grab for both toes again. Wide straddle. Bend the right knee. Release the toes and press that shin into the swing. Let's keep the chatting to a minimum. Unless you have a question for me. Okay, so right shin presses. Keep holding on to the left toes. And then the right arm goes overhead on a diagonal, overhead. So that's, you can tee the arms too, but if you can bring both hands over to the right side, that would be awesome. Yeah, like that, yeah. And then you can grab the foot if you're super flexy and twist open for revolver. Only if that's part of your normal practice. So your chest is gonna face the back windows. Is your head between your arms? Yes, and then you have to rotate. It's very strong. Oh, I know, it's unnecessary. Okay, reach up and grab for the swing, legs go wide. Let's go ahead and bring our head up and our hips down simultaneously. And come on back. So you guys are gonna just watch again. So go ahead and slide into your Chillaxin or come on up into your high diver if you wanna take a little break. And we're gonna have you guys turn around when we do it one last time so we can actually see each other. But just watch, that's why I have you guys watching. So when we turn around, it'll make more sense. If the swing ever gets bunched up, it's not gonna feel great. So I always just make sure if it has a little twist in it, that you get the twist out, okay? Also very important. Okay, so let's go back and go over some of those cues because we didn't go over the pivot points and changing planes and making sure we place the swing properly. So let's do it one more time. So first I teach you the poses and then I teach you the physics of the pose because at least you have to see what's going on first. Okay, wide straddle, T, we were going into star previously too. Namaste, ladle. Okay, so we have to wiggle, right? Sometimes you have to kind of coax the swing into the sweet spot. If it doesn't feel good here, it's not going to feel good when you support all your weight. So for you guys to hang by your hips all day long, you're going to have to get the swing to the right spot first. So that's key, number one. Number two is changing planes. So when we bring our legs out to the side, this is the side plane. So we're going to do what I call a frog swim. Our fingers are going to go back behind us. Okay, that's the back plane where your butt is. Back plane, side plane, and then front plane is when your feet come to the front where your navel is. Okay, so we're going to go front plane, side plane, back plane, and we're going to learn the pivot point. See how I'm fully supported? Most people are nervous here, so you can keep holding on until you get used to this. Shifting of the pelvis. So watch my pelvis for this. So my tailbone is actually facing the back. And then when I come out to the side plane, to get to the front plane, my tailbone has to face the sky. And then I can wrap my legs around. You guys see that my pelvis just shifted planes? And this is really challenging for people. Most people have trouble getting their hips over their head, first of all, and being upside down. They also have trouble lifting their hips towards the sky. So they'll get stuck in the back plane here. Okay, so we want to make sure that we have those planes down. So why don't we go ahead and come out. Everyone come back to your sumo. Take a few breaths, and then we're going to face away from one another, and we're going to practice changing planes. The legs being tight and the hips opening will come in time. So we always stay seated when we take the leg loops off, okay? We always stay in our sumo, so come on out. Come back to sumo. Stay seated when you take the leg loops off, especially when you teach. You don't ever want to be like standing with one leg loop on. That's when somebody can really fall, and it's awkward. You know, let's like smooth it out, so always take the leg loops off, stay seated, and now turn around. So you guys are going to get out of your swing and face that way. So you guys are all going to start from the other direction. I'm going to be here, so when I'm upside down, when you're upside down, you'll still be able to see me. Okay, so we're going to go back and forth like that a lot today. So when we're upside down, and as you could tell, it was a little bit harder to just listen to the verbal cues if you were trying to turn around and see me. So we will face each other upside down when necessary. Okay, so back to our sumo. Go right into your floating Buddha. Since you've been pros getting the leg loops on, I'm going to let you cue yourself. Everybody's going to wind up with their leg loops at the ankles. Legs are straight and wide. Good. Hips heavy, heart open, head relax. Let's go ahead and bring the arms into a wide straddle T. Namaste. Press the hips up, ladle. Holding on for ladle. Wiggle it. Make sure it's nice and low. Yeah, nice and low, even lower. That's it. All right, legs go wide. That's our side plane. Legs go all the way to the front plane. So lift your tailbone towards the sky. Yeah. Lift your tailbone towards the sky. Bring your feet forward. Bring your feet towards me. Even more. Keep going. Keep going. Yes. See that little hump? Yes. There's like a spot where everyone gets stuck right here because we're not used to lifting our hips over our heads. So let's use our hands to help guide us. We're going to point back behind us. This is our back plane. I know, it takes some smoothing out and trust, right? So this is the back plane, pointing to with our toes. This is the side plane. And then this is the front plane. So you can get your hips rolled over. Nope, in front of you, so that's behind you. Bring your toes towards your hands, all the way over here. Forward, forward, near your navel. All the way around, other way. Yeah, all the way. Keep going. In front plane. Yeah. Yeah, where your navel is. Try to get your toes to touch your navel. So you're
in front of the swing.
Yeah. So most people are going to get stuck in the back plane, right? Because they're not used to it. So side plane, front plane. Try it again. Front plane, in front of you, all the way in front. Squeeze your legs together. All the way. Bring them down. Touch your toes. So bring your toes towards your hands. All the way. All the way, grab them. I mean it. You don't want to bring them towards the sky. That means you will fall out. Okay, so touch your toes. Bring them down. Yes, there you go. And then bring them wide. Keep them heavy. And then back. All the way back. All the way back. Yeah, there you go. All the way back. Yep, you got it. Point back behind you. Touch your butt. That's your back plane. Come on, let's come up and take a break. So inhale, reach up for the swing. Exhale, simultaneously, go ahead and bring the hips down and the head up. Take a pause, because being upside down is really intense. Right? So go ahead and swing from side to side. Chillaxin arms, that's how we rest. Okay. So why don't we come on out, let you guys stand, take a little break, and then I'm going to show you the pivot points and how we're going to work. We're gonna work the pivot points all day long. So if you don't get it off the first try, like if you don't hit a home run the first time you play baseball, it's nothing to be alarmed about, right? So stay seated, one leg at a time. Come on back to your sumo, and come to stand. And then we're just gonna watch all the time.
Just a comment, I think that I was a little bit too low on the hips, so when I switched planes, the swing was forward in an uncomfortable way. So
Well, then just bring it higher if it felt too low.
if you're bringing high, I'm afraid I'm my lower lumbar.
So
There's fear there. Where should it be?
right along the iliac crest,
Okay.
above the hip bones.
Okay.
Yeah, not at the
And it's
kidneys.
safe to be there, like it's.
That's where it's supposed to be. Yeah, right across the iliac crest. Yeah, right above the hip bones. Yeah, most people have it too high and too low. You have to find that it's a pivot point. So if you're not on the pivot point, it's going to feel like you're going to fall out, or it's going to feel like it's pinching the organs. We don't want either one of those. Okay, so let's just do a little lab. I'm going to face the front of the room for now, so just watch. Take a little break. We'll pop in and out of the swing, and because we're going to be upside down like most of us today, just warning you, definitely come out whenever you need to. Because, if you start feeling woozy, it's not going to go away if you keep pushing through it. You just have to kind of wait until it passes. And it does happen. And we're not going to normally teach upside down for an hour or 3. It's more just for the training. Okay, so learning the pivot points, and this is what we were talking about with getting the swing into the right place. I'm going to go a little bit faster. So the idea is when we drop our hips, our head comes up simultaneously. Okay, so eventually, I'm just going to show you what we do later on today when we change planes, is we're actually not going to use our hands anymore so that we can drop our hips. The same with coming back around. You can lift your hips and drop down, and then you can drop your hips and lift up. Now, changing planes and pivot points is really challenging for people, so they try to, when they're here in particular, pull with their head, right? So everyone's leading with their head. And if you pull with your head, then your hips don't drop. I can't even really do it wrong anymore, but you guys will see when you get there. So what we want to do is try working with this pivot point of bringing our hips up and bringing our hips down and trying to keep our entire torso, that means our tailbone all the way to the crown of the head, in one straight line. Okay? So I want you to just try that a couple times with me without using your hands, and it'll make a lot more sense as we go along. Face me, and go ahead and get into your floating Buddha again. Good. Since I wanted to give you guys a little break, got you out of the pose, we'll get back in, and we're just gonna try that pivot point, right? We did the changing planes where we pointed, and now we're gonna try to come into our inversion without using our hands and see if we can start to activate the core. And now we're gonna go into our core exercises, and then this will make sense. I just wanted to show you why this is so important, okay? So with our legs wide, we're gonna lean back and see if you can bring your hips towards the sky. Okay, hands down towards the floor. And then the same thing, try to bring your hips down without using your hands. Yep, just try it. Try not to hop, because that means we're using our umph instead of our pivot, which is okay. But for now, we're gonna try and do it without hopping. Okay, try it one more time. Lean back and get your hips over your head all the way. All the way. So everybody's feet are in the back plane. You need to bring them all the way to the front plane. That's why we just learned the planes. Bring your feet all the way to the front plane when you come around. So where's the front plane? Where your belly button is. Bring your feet towards your belly button. Everyone bend your toes and bring your feet towards your belly button. Where's your belly button? Lizzie, reach up and touch your belly button. Bring your feet to where your hands are. Bring them all the way around. Bring your feet all the way around. Yes! So we have to use little tricks because our brain does not have the circuitry for doing these spiral movements. This is the spiral dynamics that I'm talking about. It's totally non-linear. Okay, so without using your hands, go ahead and come on back to sit. Without using your hands. Use your core. See, everyone's using their head. That's why it's really hard. Use your core and drop your hips. There you go. Yeah, did you feel the difference? Yeah, it's hard for me to even do it wrong because my hips are like, no,
It's actually easier.
it is easier. Thank you. Actually, that's why we teach the physics of the body, because it's completely effortless then. I could do this all day long. It's like literally just lowering my center of gravity, raising my center of gravity. So it's really quite easy once we get there. If we don't learn the pivot points, life is very challenging, and we're trying to muscle our way through it. It's kind of like swimming against the current when you're in the ocean, and everyone's like, dude, just wait for the next wave. You know, and you're like, no, that's the same feeling. It's like we're going with that current of the body, because the hips do lead the way, and we've been leading with our heads our whole lives. And then we're like, oh, our intelligence is in our body. So bring your legs with you. So we have to have everything kind of go together. So maybe your legs are not coming with you. Keep them in this nice L shape the whole time, and then pull your toes towards the ground so you don't leave them back behind you. See how you lost the L there? Yeah. So you stay in an L, the core stays, that's it. The core stays nice and tight. Doesn't that feel good? It's a little intense rubbing up and down the back, but again, the strap does move. Yeah. It's supposed to go back to your hips. Yeah. That's where it goes when we're upside down. It's not going exactly where it's supposed to because we're not quite there yet. But right now we're just trying to learn that pivot point, and we're leaning back and bringing our legs with us, and then we're coming forward. So do it again. Keep your legs in an L shape. This is really good, guys. We want to learn this now before we do our flips. Legs stay wide the whole time. Keep this L shape. Do you know what I mean by L shape? And then just lean back and bring your legs with you. Let your tailbone face the ceiling. Keep the L shape, and then just start to sink down with the hips and let your upper body come. So everyone lost their L. Keep your L. That's it. I know, it's a little scary at first. So Lizzie, I'm gonna come help you, okay? So come on back up. So the L shape is this. It's this part and this part. So you're gonna really engage through here. Okay, so when you lean back, keep your legs exactly as they are. Yeah, and lean back, pull your feet towards this. Yes, there it is. Pull your feet towards the, keep pulling them down, not with your hands, just pull them down towards the ground. This is a pivot point in the hips. Lift, lift. So not your feet, keep pulling your feet down. Lift right here, lift. Pull your feet down, keep that L. Yeah, and now come to sit. Just drop your hips, keep the L, and come to sit. Drop your hips, come to sit. Not your head. If you just drop your butt back and keep your core engaged, you'll just, your upper body will lift. That's it. You feel the difference? Thank you. Yeah, it's really, really, really helpful. And we're gonna get there when we go to our core. All right, so let's do the easy core next. Sounds good? I'm going to index this.